Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you at home know this guy. He is the chaplain for Bassmaster Elite. He is tonight's main speaker here at the 11th Annual Men's Wild Game Supper. Mr. Chris Wells, how are you doing today?
Great, guys. How y'all doing?
Absolutely. And I tell you, my favorite part is that you're also a Francis Marion alumni, much like myself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Harvard of the South. That's
exactly,
it. That's
exactly.
It.
I like this man's thinking. You can tell he was born and raised for Francis Marion.
Yeah, I sure was.
Well, tell everybody what you're out here doing tonight.
Well, you know, one of the things I get a chance to do all over the country is I get a chance to speak at a lot of men's ministry events, a lot of wild game banquets. And this one tonight is probably one of the best in the country that I've seen. You know, you figure you've got about 1,000 people in this town, and you're going to have about 2,000 men at this wild game banquet. They're going to double the size of the town tonight, and so that's a pretty extraordinary deal. But I'm just going to be sharing with men that there's a statistic that tells us that if you reach a child for Christ, there's a 4% chance that child's entire family will start coming to church. If you reach a woman for Christ, there's a 17% chance that woman's entire family will start coming to church. But if you reach a man for Christ, there's a 94% chance that man's entire family will start coming to church. And so one of the things I try to do is try to reach out to men. And when you get the man, you get the entire family. And so that's what we're going to be speaking directly to men today. I'm going to be speaking a message that challenges them, how Jesus teaches us to be a real man.
94%?
94%. If you get a man to come to church, you're going to get your entire family to come to church.
That's incredible. Very powerful. That's something to take home. Now, you are also a Somerton resident, am I right?
I was born and raised right here. I lived here for about 18 years of my life, and went to high school right here. And these are my hometown people. There's nobody in the world I love more than right here in Somerton, South Carolina. I used to shoot doves right out behind that field as a kid, and spent most of my time fishing right about less than a mile away on the lake right over there.
So are you going to be bringing a lot of those stories from home here?
Absolutely. We're going to be telling a lot of stories, and that's what I do. You know, Jesus came telling stories, so I like to tell stories, and my life's an adventure. I can't wait to see what happens next, and it's just great to be able to share with men you know, those stories and a message that's relevant to their life.
Absolutely. Now you've actually given speeches a good cross part of the country, am I right?
Last year I spoke from Seattle, Washington to Bangor, Maine, and just about everywhere else in between. So God's blessed me to be able to do it. And who would have thought a kid from Somerton, South Carolina would get a chance to preach all the way in California and around. But you know, God's blessed me, and I've been delighted to be able to do that. And it's a privilege to be able to preach good news.
And to be able to preach all over the United States and then they come back right where you're from, how does that feel?
It's quite an honor. It's very humbling to be here. They would even consider me. There have been a lot of big-time speakers that have come and had the privilege of sharing at this event. Hank Parker's been here. The Duck Commander's been here. You know, Chuck McAllister's been here. And I just count it as an honor, you know, that they would even think to bring me back and to be able to share, you know, with the people I love.
Absolutely. Now, if people want to find out more about you, where can they go?
You know, they can go to www.chriswells.org, or you can check me out at Bass Chaplain. Just Google me and at Bass Chaplain will come up, and you get a chance to read my blog. And I enjoy, you know, following people. You follow me on Twitter, I'll follow you back, and I'd love to talk with you about what I do at Wells Spectrum Ministries.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Wells. We're looking forward to your summer tonight.